Listen, if you're an Airbnb host, you need to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. The platform that made us all rich is slowly falling apart, and most hosts have no idea what's coming. I've been tracking the data, talking to hosts in our community, and watching the patterns emerge. There are 5 major issues destroying Airbnb from the inside out, and I'm ranking them from bad to absolutely catastrophic. The worst one, it's literally killing the entire hosting business, and if Airbnb doesn't fix it soon, we might be looking at the end of the platform as we know it. But here's the thing. For every problem I'm going to expose today, there's a protection strategy. And if you stick around till the end, I'll give you the exact playbook that's keeping successful hosts profitable while others are getting destroyed. Quick question. Do you know how much money Airbnb took from your last 10 bookings? Because if you're serious about growing, you should be building your own business, not depending on one single platform. I'm really happy to bring you this sponsored message from Lodgify, an all-in-one platform that helps you sync Airbnb, Booking.com, and VRBO, and build your own direct booking website so you keep more revenue. More control, less stress, and more profit staying in your pocket. Use code BNB15 to get 15% off any of their yearly or bi-yearly plans. Hi, I'm James Fedek, co-author of Airbnb for Dummies and one of the world's leading short-term rental educators. Over my 8 years of hosting through every market cycle, I've personally managed dozens of listings while earning a full-time income myself and traveling the world full-time. I've been featured in some of the world's biggest publications and helped thousands of hosts to level up their hosting. Through B&B Mastery, I've helped over 800 hosts to optimize their business, plus helped over 700 people launch successful co-hosting careers. I'm here to help you with your short-term rental. Let's start with number 5, the least scary but still problematic issue that's affecting your bookings right now: increased competition from other platforms. VRBO and Booking.com aren't just sitting around watching Airbnb dominate anymore. They're moving in aggressively and they're winning. I'm seeing hosts in our community diversifying away from Airbnb at record rates. Sarah from our group just told me that she's getting 30% more bookings on VRBO than Airbnb for the same property. Same photos, same pricing, better results. Why? Because while Airbnb has been busy creating problems, these other platforms have been busy solving them. Better host support, more competitive fees, and they're actually treating hosts like customers instead of necessary evils. The crazy part? Airbnb had a massive competitive advantage for years. They were the platform, but they didn't get beat by better technology or smarter marketing. They just gave it up. They handed their competition the playbook on how to steal their hosts. Now, here's why this ranks as number 5. It's actually not that bad for us as the host. Competition is good. It gives us options. The smart hosts are already using channel management tools to list across multiple platforms. And honestly, they're making more money because of it. The protection strategy here is pretty simple. Don't put all your eggs in the Airbnb basket. Use tools like Hostaway to sync your calendar across platforms and let the platforms compete for your business instead of the other way around. But this next issue, this one's where things start to get ugly. Issue 4, low standards and complete lack of host support. This one makes my blood boil because it's so backwards. Airbnb made it ridiculously easy for anyone to become a host. No training, no standards, no education. Just upload some photos and you're live. Sounds good, right? More hosts, more inventory, more bookings for everyone. Wrong. What actually happened was a flood of terrible hosts who had no idea what they were doing. People turning spare bedrooms into listings without understanding guest service, cleaning standards, or basic hospitality. The opportunists who jumped in because it looked really easy. And here's the kicker. Airbnb gave these hosts zero support to actually succeed. No onboarding, no best practices, no nothing. So now we have thousands of mediocre listings competing with the hosts who actually know what they're doing. This created a negative feedback loop that's destroying the platform from the inside out. Low quality hosts create bad guest experiences. Bad guest experiences make fewer people want to use Airbnb. And to compensate, Airbnb has to become more authoritarian and flood the market with even more low quality inventory, which makes it harder and less enjoyable for good hosts to stand out and actually be profitable. You know what they should have done? Made it harder to become a host, not easier. Set standards, require training, focus on quality over quantity. That would have created a positive feedback loop. Better hosts creating better experiences, attracting more guests. When good hosts were left to their own devices, they literally built Airbnb to what it is today. Now that Airbnb is micromanaging, they're leaving the platform for greener pastures. Now we're in a race to the bottom where good hosts are subsidizing the failures of bad ones. And this is exactly why we created B&B Tribe, because Airbnb won't give you the education and support that you need to succeed. So we will. Inside our community, you get this step-by-step training that should have been provided from day one. You get access to systems that help you stand out from all the mediocre competition. You get a community of hosts who are actually committed to excellence, not just easy money. Because here's the reality. In a market flooded with low-quality hosts, being excellent isn't just an advantage, it's survival. But if you think competing with bad hosts is frustrating, wait until you hear about issue number 3. Issue number 3 is guests who have zero accountability. This is where Airbnb has completely lost the plot. Here's what happened to me just a few weeks ago. Guest books my property, everything goes perfectly during their stay. They're messaging me about how much they love the hot tub, how clean everything is, how they're having an amazing time. Checkout day comes, and they ask for a 3-hour late checkout. I explained that I have a same-day turnover, and I therefore just can't accommodate it. Professional response, I offered alternative, and I tried to be as helpful as I could. What do? Dock my review because I couldn't let them stay 3 hours past checkout time. Not because anything was wrong with the property, not because of cleanliness or amenities or communication, because I had the audacity to enforce my own checkout policy for a legitimate reason. And Airbnb's response? Tough luck. The review stays. This is happening everywhere. Guests are learning that they can hold reviews hostage to get whatever they want. Free late checkouts, partial refunds, rule violations. They know hosts are terrified of bad reviews because they're nearly impossible to remove now. You promote what you permit, and Airbnb is permitting extortion. They've created a system where the worst guests have the most power, and the best hosts are walking on eggshells. I know hosts who have stopped enforcing house rules entirely because they're afraid of review retaliation. No parties becomes suggestion against parties. No smoking becomes please try not to smoke. Checkout times become checkout suggestions, and the guests know it. They can sense the fear, and they're exploiting it. The result is that good hosts are considering leaving the platform because they can't maintain their standards without risking their ratings. Meanwhile, bad hosts who don't enforce anything get better reviews because they let guests do whatever they want. It's backwards, it's unsustainable, and it's driving quality hosts away from the platform. But as bad as guest extortion is, it's nothing compared to what happens when you actually need help from Airbnb. Issue number 2, customer support that doesn't give a damn. Airbnb has created the worst possible version of customer support. People who answer quickly but can't help you with anything. Here's the situation. They have 2 choices. Option 1, hire fewer good people who actually understand the platform but make you wait hours to talk to them. Option 2, hire a bunch of cheap people who answer fast but have no clue what they're doing. They chose option 2, and it's a nightmare. I'm dealing with this right now. I had a guest damage my property. I have clear photos, professional assessment. Guest even admitted fault in the messages. Should be straightforward, right? First support rep tells me I need to file through Airbnb's insurance. Second rep says that's wrong. I need to request money from the guest directly. Third rep says both of them are wrong and I should have contacted support within 24 hours, not 48. Same case, 3 different answers, 0 resolution. And this is after spending 4 hours total on chat and phone calls. But here's the really scary part. It gets worse. Remember how they had to switch to an AI system for review removal? That wasn't because AI is better. It's because their human support staff were being bribed to remove reviews against Airbnb's terms of service. Think about that. Their own employees were so poorly managed and poorly paid that they were taking bribes from hosts to break the platform's rules. And instead of fixing the management problem, they just replaced humans with robots. This is like finding out your babysitter is stealing from you, and your solution is to leave your kids with a robot instead of finding a better babysitter. You're not solving the problem, you're just avoiding dealing with it. And that brings us to the root cause of every single issue I've mentioned so far. Issue number 1, management that only treats symptoms. Here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Every single problem Airbnb has comes down to one single thing: terrible management at the top. Support staff taking bribes? That's a management problem. You don't get corruption in organizations with proper oversight, training, and accountability. Guests extorting hosts? That's a management problem. They built a system that incentivizes bad behavior and then acts surprised when people behave badly. Low quality hosts flooding the platform? That's a management problem. They prioritize growth over quality, and now they're dealing with the consequences. Competition eating their lunch? Management problem. They had years to build better relationships with hosts, and instead they took them for granted. Every single thing I've talked about today traces back to management decisions. And here's what's really scary. Their approach to every problem is to slap a band-aid on it instead of fixing the root cause. Review corruption? Don't fix management oversight, just use AI instead. Host complaints about support? Don't train people better, just hire more cheap people. Guest behavior problems? Don't create accountability systems, just tell hosts to deal with it. Platform competition? Don't improve the host experience, just add more features that nobody even asked for. This is how companies die. Not from competition, not from market changes, but from management that's so disconnected from reality that they can't see the problems they're creating. And if they keep going down this path, there's only one place that it leads to: a platform that hosts don't want to use and guests don't trust. I've seen this pattern before in other industries. Company gets big, management gets lazy, problems pile up, and by the time they realize what's happening, it's already too late to fix. The question isn't whether Airbnb will face a reckoning, the question is when, and whether they'll figure it out before they lose their best host permanently. So what does this mean for you? Well, here's what you need to understand as a host. These problems aren't going away. Management hasn't acknowledged most of them, let alone started fixing them, which means you need to protect yourself. First, diversify your platform presence. Don't rely on Airbnb for all your bookings. Get on VRBO, Booking.com, and create direct booking options. The hosts who survive platform instability are the ones who aren't dependent on any one single platform. Second, build systems that work regardless of platform dysfunction. Great communication, professional operations, exceptional guest experiences. These things matter whether you're on Airbnb or anywhere else. Third, connect with other hosts who are focused on excellence, not just on easy money. The race to the bottom only works if you participate in it. This is exactly what we focus on inside B&B Tribe. We teach platform agnostic strategies that work whether Airbnb gets better or worse. You get training on diversification, direct bookings, and building a hosting business that doesn't depend on any single platform's whims. Plus, you join a community of hosts who are committed to maintaining high standards and supporting each other when the platforms won't. Members like Fahim, who just landed his first $15,000 reservation, or Sarah, who became a top 10% of listings on Airbnb despite all these platform issues. The link to join B&B Tribe is in the description right down below, because the hosts who thrive in the next few years won't be the ones waiting for Airbnb to fix itself. They'll be the ones who took control of their own success. And if you've experienced any of these issues firsthand, drop a comment down below. Which one has affected your hosting business the most? Your stories help other hosts understand what they're up against. If this video opened your eyes to what's really happening behind the scenes, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Every week, I'm breaking down the real challenges facing hosts and the strategies that actually work to overcome them. The platform might be struggling, but your hosting business doesn't have to be.